Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So the energy in the environment is charged with some sort of high anticipation and the certainty of immediate contact, okay? And right now, the word coming through is wealth. I'm also hearing that your magnetic draw is undeniable, and the luxury you have waited for is being almost like it's right around the corner or being launched right now. And now let's find out what other messages are coming through. I'm also hearing that something to do with very like enthusiastic energy. Okay, it's very like ooh, like I don't know why I heard ooh la la vibes. Okay, something to do with like Four of Wands energy might be significance in that passionate Knight of Wands, but like this new energy is putting you in this mindset of like you're feeling softened, you're feeling comfort, okay? You're feeling Nine of Cups energy with this like, oh, you're feeling satisfied, wishful, getting like a lot of pleasure in that momentum, okay? Eight of Pentacles might be a significance. You might just have been just like really dedicated towards what it is that you're doing. And it's just like putting you in some sort of like really good vibe, okay? I'm hearing it's gonna get dramatic. That's what I heard. It's gonna be some sort of immediate shift that is gonna put you in this like comfy comfort blanket vibe, okay? It's like it's so interesting. Like the word that like came through of wealth, it's speaking loud and clear. Maybe this is something that you've been highly anticipating for a very long time. Maybe you come into contact with somebody that like almost like feels really drawn to you, who wants to almost like pamper you, is what I'm hearing. Someone who wants to reward you for your hard work, or perhaps it's like you've been working your butt off, is what I heard, and finally maybe you're getting some sort of investment to your company. You might be getting like a promotion, a raise of some kind, so you can go on a nice vacation, is what I heard. You might be feeling like really good about yourself, everything that you've done up until this point. Okay, because with this 10 of Pentacles in your starting position, it's like you're very stable, you're grounded, you've been building up your generational wealth, you've been building up your home, you've been really standing in, I heard royalty, your royal dominion is what I heard. Something to do with like your presence is just that of royalty. The way you show up and help others like see you, they're like, wow, you have it all. Okay, you have self-worth with this I heard Nine of Pentacles came through as well, but this Nine of Cups, it's like you have the self-worth of yours is making you feel content. Your wishes are being fulfilled. You have pleasure, and that's why it's like putting you in this fiery Knight of Wands energy, where you're just like driving forward with that passionate pursuit, that intensity that I'm feeling. Okay, and you've been working really hard with others. With that Three of Pentacles, just building up, okay? You've just been building up your foundation. Maybe you've been doing this with your family. You've been doing this with your partner. Maybe you're married. Maybe you have like some sort of partner you've been with for a while now, okay? You're just I heard you're holding down what's it called? You're holding the house down. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. Maybe you use a phrase like that. But you two are holding it down, or the individuals that you're working with are holding it down, is what I heard, okay? You're just crafting, you're growing, you're collaborating with them, okay? You're building. You have this skill about you that you know how to like utilize your resources, and you utilize them really well, okay? So it's putting you in this like comforting state. It's like you design systems around everything that you do, and that's why you're in this environment that's like highly charged, okay? You're in this environment that just feels like there's no other way but up. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, you have the Empress coming through. Very strong energies in the very start of the read here. Something to do with like, I'm feeling like you're just like always on the run, always on the move, because you're creating, okay? You have some sort of embodiment of like nurturing the things around you with this Empress. So you're nurturing your family. You're like you might be like a parent of some kind with this Empress vibe of parenthood. You might be some sort of guardian to other family members. You might just be nurturing the relationships that you're in, but something to do with you just cultivating, okay? You're cultivating all of this good energy, okay? And that's why things are coming back to you full swing. This hidden influence and the hidden behaviors that you have within you innately is just like being expressed universally through every interaction that you're making in your environment, okay? something to do with there's going to be some sort of immediate shift that's coming in for you, okay? This might be a shift in your financial reality, might be a shift in your some sort of raise coming in. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, that's coming back out again. Definitely kind of like just saying, hey, you've been really dedicated towards something for a really long time. Universe is calling judgment. It's time for you to reap your reward is what I heard. Time for you to get what you deserve is what I'm hearing. Something to do with like you've been just like, I'm hearing hard work, okay? I'm hearing you've been almost like so dedicated in your craft, so focused in your craft with that Eight of Pentacles that you've been building up your own pentacles. From the 10 of Pentacles, you're building up this next one. So you might get into that 11, okay? So that's that page. You're kind of like being very studious. You're creating new opportunities for yourself, but you're staying grounded. And the universe is like, okay, with this judgment, we're gonna like, I heard kick things up a little, okay? We're gonna be almost like, we're gonna be rippling the waves. We're gonna like make something happen for you. That's what I'm hearing with that energy. It's like you're just sitting back, you're chilling, you're like, yeah, you know, things are happening, things are on its way up. I'm excited. That's what I'm hearing for you. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're being very patient. You're sitting back, waiting. You're like, yep, I know what it is. It's coming. It's on its way up. You've been reflecting on your results. You know that everything you've done up until this point, it's like compound interest, okay? You're like, I'm just gonna let it do its thing, okay? But in doing so, you're kind of like having some sort of like, sometimes in your darkest hour, you might feel a little bit of like reflection, a little bit withdrawn, maybe a little discontent with certain things. But the universe is like, you know, sometimes your hard work doesn't pay off until way later. You know what I mean? It's like you don't see it now, but things are brewing in the background, in your favor is what I heard. Okay? Ooh, Knight of Swords. So there's going to be some sort of like, it's giving this vibe of like things are going to be rushing in very quickly because this Knight of Swords is facing the Seven of Pentacles. So something about your reflection, your investments, the results of that, it's rushing in very quickly, okay? Even though you've been in this period of just like kind of like sitting back, reflecting, kind of being a little discontent, even though you know you've been working hard, okay? Something is saying that the environment is shifting and there's going to be some sort of like immediate contact, but you have to like surrender because in the back of that, we're getting also like some death energy here and the Hierophant backing up that Hangman energy. Something to do with something's going to be coming quickly to an end. So just kind of like surrender to what is, okay? Surrender to the idea that, hey, your investments are going to pay off. Okay, we also have this Hierophant energy. It's like it's saying have belief that when this ending comes in, after you've surrendered and just like let the universe handle it for you, it's going to work out in your favor is what I'm hearing here. Something, it's giving this strong energy of just like, you've done all the work. You can take a rest now is what I'm hearing, okay? Wow, that's really strong energies. A lot of like energies kind of trying to clarify itself for you too. And yeah, you come up on this sort of like Nine of Wands energy where it's like you're very resilient. You're protecting your energy, but at the same time, it's like things are kind of like, it's like you feel a little fatigued. You feel a little grit from all of these things that you're just trying to surrender from, okay? But universe wants me to clarify that a little bit for you. Oh, something to do with the Magician. Okay, so you've been almost like in this like gritty kind of like fatigue, protecting yourself, protecting your energy, knowing that certain things are coming in towards some sort of ending. You're using your wisdom. You're having perspective shifts with that Hangman energy. And then it's like that death energy is just like release, transform, renew, okay? And Hierophant's like, okay, with your belief in spirituality, you'll be able to manifest what it is that you want through your grit, okay? Through your protection and through your resilience, okay? So no matter what you do, you're still going to come up on top because you've been putting in that effort, you've been putting in that work. It also feels like I'm just getting very strong energy of just like, wow, you've been doing a lot, okay? You've been kind of like almost like going into periods of just surrender where you're just like, I've done everything I could, and if I ask for more, if I try to keep pushing for this thing, maybe I'm pushing it away. Maybe you feel like that sometimes. You might be feeling like, oh snap, like maybe there's just certain things that are just not going to happen because you keep thinking about it, or maybe you keep feeling like you need to push forward towards that thing. But it feels like you're in this energy now of just like you have this like spiritual standard about you, and you kind of just know that the universe will be working in your favor intuitively, and in divine timing things are going to manifest in the way that they're supposed to with that magician energy. And if anything, you're going to be manifesting what it is that you want naturally. Okay, let's find out what shadow work is happening with that Four of Cups. Okay, something to do with thank the wounds, something to do with having gratitude. You're transmuting your energy, you're having some sort of soul wisdom. So as you're reflecting, you're taking an insight from your past wounds. Okay, you're integrating those experiences in for you, and because of that you're able to almost have some sort of a feeling of just letting go with that Hangman energy. Okay, something to do with codependency, savior role. So you are definitely some sort of guardian figure of some kind, some sort of role model to people, someone who is really taking care of the home. Okay, with that Empress energy, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe you avoid pain, which is why you kind of like don't have time to be in this comfort zone, in this comforting mindset, because you always have to be up and about is what I'm hearing. Okay, but nonetheless, like you've worked diligently to raise your personal value and your spiritual standards. So that just signals to the universe that you're ready for more. Okay, and there's some sort of reward coming in for you because of that. Okay, yes, it's something to do with reclaiming your lost self. Okay, is going to be required as well. I'm hearing something about like the child within you, reclaiming like I heard like your innocence, your passion, okay, your drive, your power, like you're retrieving your soul again through everything that you've endured, everything that you've put up with. Okay, it's having some sort of dramatic and immediate shift for you, and it's raising you to a higher tier. Okay, so you're stepping confidently into some sort of new reality because you're committed to yourself, and it's guaranteeing a very powerful upgrade moving forward. So let's look into what you're manifesting for yourself in your final outcome. Okay, so let's see what that looks like here. Ooh, so you're staying focused. You're still being very diligent about what it is that you're doing. You have some sort of precision about you, like a hammer. Something to do where it's like a well-aimed blow is worth 100 random strikes. Know exactly where to apply your force. So you're kind of just like being very meticulous about how you're applying your attention, where you're applying it, how you're utilizing your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, it's like you're really transmuting everything that you know and have acquired and alchemizing it really nicely, harmonizing it really nicely. It has a nice flow to it. Okay, there's something to do with your past. Okay, something to do with wanting to protect yourself, feeling distant from certain energies, because it says your past hurts are fencing you away from new possibilities. So feels as though like even though you're working really hard, it feels like almost like self-sabotage. Okay, so in order to kind of step into your manifestations, universe wants you to be aware of some of the fences and blockades that you've put up physically, mentally, spiritually, so that you can traverse forward, because these blockages almost create some sort of standstill moment for you, a stalemate moment. It might make some moments indecisive, might put you in some sort of avoidance phase. So kind of just surrender with what is with that Hangman energy, so you can put an end to energies that are no longer serving you. Okay. Ooh, okay, clock. So something about having to make some sort of decision. Okay, so you're gonna have to choose wisely, somewhere between like now and the week's end. Okay, about your next steps forward. It feels as though the message feels very urgent because it's giving some sort of time frame, but I suppose nonetheless, like, do what like feels right to you. But the energy almost wants to tell you that, hey, there's going to be a big decision coming up that's going to shift your life dramatically, and this life upgrade is ready for you if you're ready to receive it, is what I'm hearing. Okay, yeah, because you're going to be stepping into some sort of success. You're going to be stepping into joy, some sort of raise in your wealth, in your I'm hearing social sphere, in your environment. Okay, and it's going to be making you feel very like victorious. You're going to emerge victorious, and it wants you to prepare for this grand toast. So you have to be ready for that, but you also have to make decisions that are going to be really hard to kind of break down. It's like breaking down the walls and barriers around you that feel almost like, I heard self-serving others, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, not only just people-pleasing tendencies, but also just tendencies that put you in like a fearful state of traversing forward. Like, you don't want to self-sabotage yourself. Allow yourself to feel and experience all the wonderful things coming in for you, because you deserve it. You've been working hard to get to this point in your timeline. So when you do get there, take those immediate shifts. They're going to be very drastic, but it's raising you up higher than you've been before, is what I heard. So yeah, keep traversing forward. Allow yourself to step into this upgrade and fully commit to what it is that you desire, okay? So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If this reading resonated, consider sharing your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.